Chairman Bonin.
Aye. Minutes are approved. First item tonight is a sign permit review for case A-32-2024 for 18 West First Street, Caroline and Company. Would somebody like to approach the podium? Introduce yourselves, please.
Good evening. My name is Michelle Fories. I'm here on behalf of Parvin Klaus Sign Company.
Michelle?
Good evening. My name is Caroline.
All righty.
I don't know if you need the overhead projector, or I did bring additional copies of it if you don't have copies of the sign project.
Bethany, do we have those in our packet?
You should have those in your packet.
Good. Mr. Paro presented us with so many pieces of paper here that I'm having a hard time finding anything else. Bear with me, please. Show me the sign. Here. Oh, okay. Right.
You use mine.
Okay.
I do have additional larger set if you'd like it.
That'd be fine. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
This is in the existing box, correct?
Correct. It'll be a simple reface of the existing, and it will continue to be non-illuminated.
Yeah.
The record, John, I had no issues with this. It's a straight replacement, same colors. It's actually smaller.
Right.
So,
Yeah, okay. Anybody have any questions or comments on that? Can I have a motion, please?
I move to approve case A-32-2024, a sign permit for 18 West First Street, Caroline and Company.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Barclay,
Approved, or aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez,
aye.
Commissioner Prisby,
Aye.
Commissioner Elder,
Aye.
Chairman Bonin.
Aye. You're good to go.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Have a good evening.
Okay. Now we're going to have some public hearings. Anybody that's going to be speaking at the public hearing, please stand and you'll be sworn in by the reporter. Thank you. The first public hearing that we have is case HPC-12-2024 for 133 South Park Street, an application for a certificate of appropriateness to demolish a single-family home and to construct a new single-family home in the Robbins Park Historic District. Is there somebody here representing this project? Please introduce yourself.
Good evening. I'm
Chairman
Patrick
Bonin, do you
Oh,
mind
sorry.
making a motion to open the public hearing?
I thought I did.
Oh.
You did.
Need a motion?
Yes, please, to open the public hearing.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing, please?
I move to open the public hearing.
Second, please.
And then I'll do a roll call vote. Commissioner Barclay,
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez,
Aye.
Commissioner Prisby,
Aye.
Commissioner Elder,
Aye.
Chairman Bonin.
Aye. Okay. Patrick?
I'm Patrick Fortelka with Moment Design here in Hinsdale. I'm representing Victoria Jang's house that we are proposing. We did a preliminary meeting many months ago now, I think.
Right.
And the house is essentially the same as we had originally presented. It has been designed in a way to really borrow a lot of the architectural massing and details from the existing Tudor Revival style house that's existing on the lot right now. We're going for more of a English arts and crafts vein, which is definitely in the same style category. We're doing an all stone front facade with stained wood trim, slate roof, and copper gutters downspouts and standing seam copper roof on the front. You can see the front porch detailing there. We have a custom little bench as part of our covered front porch component. So some nice details that relate to the streetscape. Yeah, any questions?
Patrick, from the last time you were here, a few months ago, as you said, Is there something specific you can point out that's changed from that meeting to this meeting?
The
Is it just the
chimney.
bench?
The bench was there. The client decided that she wanted to do a insert fireplace and eliminate the masonry chimney stack that used to exist on the right-hand side. It was, you got a glimpse of it originally, but otherwise, very minor shifts to the fenestration. We were over in FAR when I first showed it to you, shocker. So little odds and ends like that, but
And the shutters were on there before? I'm trying to remember.
no, the client requested the shutters.
Okay.
That's a good point.
I actually think that looks better with the shutters,
Okay, there you go.
so. I think it just adds a little more character. I like it.
Good, thank you. Yeah, I would think it's a charming addition to the streetscape for sure.
But I think it's got good scale to it. It's still got the rhythm it had before, even without the chimney, which it really didn't add a whole lot for the rhythm. And I think it's got good balance and proportion and works with the rest of the street, in my opinion, and I'm good with it.
Good, thank you.
And thank you for coming in earlier, because I think it helps tonight.
Absolutely, yeah.
Anybody else have any comments? Frank?
Oh. Yeah. One second. Just trying to get my bearings here. So the front is stone, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, and then the sides is it, what kind of material? Is it hardy board? Or what-
It's gonna be cedar.
Cedar?
Yep.
Okay. No, it looks good. Does have a good feel to it. Certainly the front does. Yeah, I'm fine with it. And the rooftop is going to be what type of material?
Slate.
Slate, okay.
So where did we leave this at the last meeting when it came up?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that too. Do you
Is this the
remember?
one that we thought the pictures didn't, the lands, you know, the
Yeah.
streetscape didn't,
The scale was a little off.
is that this one or is that?
Yeah,
We worked on that.
Okay,
yeah.
so it was, it sounds okay.
Okay.
But in general, as I recall, we did think positively about the architecture.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
We were pretty happy with the architecture at that meeting.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, looks good. May I have a motion, please?
We have to do demo and,
You gotta do them both. You wanna do them separately or put them together?
That's how we've historically done it, two motions.
Two
One
motions?
for demolition and one for new construction.
Okay.
Okay, I'll move to approve case HPC -12 2024, 133 South Park Street, application for a certificate of appropriateness to demolish a single-family home.
Second, please.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Barkley? Aye. Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Prisby?
aye.
Commissioner Elder?
Aye.
Chairman Bonin?
Aye. Motion carries, and now the second motion, please.
Let's see if I can do this. I'll move to approve HPC -12 2024, 133 South Park Street to construct a new single-family home in the Robbins Park Historic District. Okay. I can read.
Good at that.
Second, please.
I second.
Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Barkley? Aye. Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Prisby?
Aye.
Commissioner Elder?
Aye.
Chairman Bonin?
Aye. Motion carries.
Patrick?
Right, Patrick.
See you soon.
Okay. Let's see here. We're going to consideration of properties for inclusion in the historically significant structures property list. Case HPC -13, 2024. This is the 8th list of properties brought forward for review by the Historic Preservation Commission. We're open as a public hearing, right, Bethany?
Yep, will you make another motion to open this public hearing?
I'm sorry?
Will you make a motion to open this public hearing for this case?
Sorry.
Thank you.
I need a motion to open this public hearing, please.
I'll move to open the public hearing for case HPC -13 2024.
Second, please.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Commissioner Barkley? Aye. Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Prisby?
Aye.
Commissioner Elder?
Aye.
Chairman Bonin?
Aye. And we have sworn everybody in, and now we will have our staff give us a little overview.
Yep. So this is our 8th list. We have over 80 houses that have been approved on our historically significant structures list. And tonight before us, we have 4 additional properties. As I've done in the past, I'm going to kind of go through really quickly each property, and then the HPC will determine which of the criteria, it only needs to be one, is met for each property to be included on our list. If you look at page 2 of the packet, the evaluation criteria, 1 of 6 is on there, as well as in Exhibit 4. And all it needs to, a property just needs to meet 1 to move forward. So with that, I will go quickly over each of the 4 properties that are presented tonight. And then if there's any questions as we go through, feel free to intervene, and then we can make a combined motion or separate motions at the end. So the first property up for inclusion, put this in full screen mode, tonight is 743 West Chestnut. We believe this property was built in 1891 to 1902. We didn't have as much information on this, so the property owner did contact the Historical Society. They put together a really great write-up of the history of this house, and believe it is in the shingle style. It looks like there's probably been some alterations to some of the windows in the past, but there were some interesting people that they did find that previously lived in this house as well, which starts in their packet for the early residents. So they do believe there were a couple, there was a postmaster who lived here and some other very important Hinsdalians at some point during the time. So they've given us a lot of information, and the only thing that really looks to be different, because we couldn't find any more information, is maybe possibly the windows.
I think you can point to 5 for the shingle style architecture.
Yeah.
Depending on what you want to say about the significance of the people that live there.
That's sort of subjective, but
It's kind of subjective for sure.
where's the line?
But yeah,
The
I don't know.
postmaster.
Yeah, okay. You have to opine on that one a little. But 5 for sure, in my opinion, just for style of architecture.
Any other comments?
I assume they put the Frank Lloyd Wright Home and Studio in this package because it has a shingle style?
Yeah, I think
that
that's,
why?
it looks like when the Historical Society put their packet together, they were showing another example of the shingle style. And it was built roughly around the same period of time when the home and studio in Oak Park was built by Frank Lloyd Wright.
Oh, right.
So it's typical of that era, that style.
Right.
Okay, any other comments?
Yeah.
All right.
No, fine.
The second property on our list tonight is 425 East A Street. You guys may be familiar with this property. It was threatened to be demolished earlier in the year. The good news is there are new owners that are looking forward to doing an addition and some renovations to the house and preserve it. So we are looking to add this to our historically significant structures list. It's known as the N.J. Albright House. We believe it was built in 1937. The architect listed is Schmidt, Garden, and Erickson. And they have actually done quite a number of, whether separately or collectively, the architects have done quite a number of Chicago school-style architecture in Chicago as well as throughout the country. We do have this house listed in both our Robbins Park 2 survey and the reconnaissance survey where it was listed as significant or historically significant. And it's a pretty standard, good example of colonial revival architecture.
I think 3, 5, and 6 apply to this.
Okay?
Agree.
Only thing, the ivy, looks like that's growing a lot of ivy.
Yes.
That should be cut off and removed.
The
It's killing, it should be removed, because it's killing the brick. Ivy plants growing on walls is
Yeah.
not a good thing.
The hope is that they're gonna be coming forward to you guys shortly with a preservation incentive
They are.
agreement.
Yeah.
Yep.
They are.
And they're working on renovation plans now, so I know
Right.
they're gonna be cleaning up a lot of the site as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I mean, if you can save it, move it somewhere else, like a fence to let it grow, but not on a structure.
I didn't know the ownership changed.
Well, this is a victory.
Yeah, it's good.
I
I'm
didn't
good.
know it changed. I thought it was coming down.
I think it does represent style, character. I mean, let's see more.
Okay, so I have criteria 3, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Okay. The third house up for inclusion is 514 South Garfield Street. This house was designed by R. Harold Zook, so I think we all could probably agree that it's a well-known architect that's been involved with the design of this house. It was built roughly in 1928. It is also considered a designated historic landmark, so it is have landmark status. And per the Town of Hinsdale survey and the Reconnaissance survey, it's significant and historically significant.
It's one of those rare examples where I think you can put all 6 on there. Seriously, if you go down the criteria,
Yeah.
you could point to every one of those as connected to this house.
Yeah, and it's in very good shape from how it was built, from what we know.
I was in there as a kid.
Do you know if they plan to do any modifications at all?
So this is a really interesting case. The current owners recently bought the house. They actually lived next door. We're planning on doing a preservation incentive project for the house next door, but then this house happened to come up and they fell in love with it. And, they're great preservation proponents, and so I don't know right now, but
No,
I think they were planning on it before with the old house, so I think for right now, they're just supportive of the program.
Right,
And it's a Zook house, obviously, so
sure. No,
it's a
I
great
mean,
thing.
yeah, that's fine. I'm just curious.
Good. Lastly,
Okay. And then the fourth house on the list is 314 North Lincoln Street. This is another Oliver Stow spec house. We've seen many of these come through and have been approved on our list. Oliver Stow obviously was kind of one of the first developers in a lot of ways in Hinsdale and is responsible for a lot of the historic homes that were constructed. We believe this was built in 1881. And based on the most recent survey from 2005, it is considered contributing, and there is quite a bit of information because it was referenced in Mary Sterling's book, where she's highlighted some house history. It was interesting because if you read through this, I'm sure all of you are aware of the Terracotta House, which is on Lincoln. It's kind of a very unique house. The person who, I think one of the original people that lived here was the gentleman that was part of the Terracotta Company that built that house. And then I believe he moved into that house. So kind of a fun fact.
I find it interesting that it gets labeled as Victorian Gothic,
Yes.
because it really misses on a lot of the criteria for that style of architecture.
That is what our past survey classified it as.
Good, so I'm not alone.
I think 3 and 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, 3 and 5, I would agree.
Okay. Any other comments? Okay.
No, that's all, it's good.
So with that, I think if there's seemingly no objections, what we've done in the past is make a motion to approve the properties and list specifically those 4 addresses out for inclusion, and we can do it all in one motion.
Let's do it all in one motion.
Yeah, I think all in one motion for these.
Motion, please?
I can do it. We're doing situation 1, correct?
Yep, page 2, halfway down, yep.
Okay, so I move to recommend to the village board approval of the following properties for inclusion on the historically significant structures property list in the historic overlay district under case HPC-13-2024 with the 4 addresses listed.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Commissioner Barclay? Aye. Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Prisby?
Aye.
Commissioner Elder?
Aye.
Chairman Bonin?
Aye.
Great.
So we can close that hearing?
Yes, we can make a motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close the hearing, please?
I'll move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Voice vote, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. Now we have to open another public hearing.
That is correct. You've gotten very good at it, though.
I'll move to open another public hearing.
I'll second.
Voice vote, please. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Hearing is open for case HPC 15 2024, 326 East Sixth Street, an application for a certificate of appropriateness to demolish a single-family home and to construct a new single-family home in the Robbins Park District. Good evening.
Good evening. Chairman Bonin, we have with us the owners of the property, which are Vale and John Paro.
I do.
Who purchased the property. We went to the preliminary meeting. Richard Olson's here, the architect, and I was a little skeptical how those meetings would work. I thought it was great. There was a lot of input done informally. A lot got accomplished in a short period of time. So the only change in the house at all from the, I think Jim was the only one there that night that's here, Shannon's not here, is the house came down a few inches to be compliant. The house as it was originally drawn was a little bit above, 2 inches above what it was supposed to be for maximum height, below what the house is at now, but now the whole house is zoning compliant and meets all the standards there. The house is basically was a house that was found to be contributory in 2008, and then a massive addition was thrown on the side with a garage in the back in 2011, after that point in time. So is it contributory or not? We don't know. Basically, when that was done, it was originally deemed, once again, somebody called it French eclectic, and at the preliminary meeting, it was deemed it doesn't even meet that kind of criteria. With John and Vale met with Richard on many occasions. They drew up a house to really kind of turn the house. The house before was skinny and long and didn't utilize their backyard at all. You couldn't even see it from inside the house. The house as it exists today, not only does it have structural problems with the basement, well, there's staircases in the house that only go up and down into one part of the house. They don't even feed across.
Right.
And John's taller than I, he doesn't even fit up and down the staircases on two of them, and one of them was built in 2011, so how it got built that way, I don't know. A couple of the bathrooms are actually closets, literally. You open the door and there's a bathroom inside of it. So the house was being redrawn to fit the neighborhood, turn the house, fit the scale, the height, the width. There was a lot of different meetings. I'll let Richard talk a little bit about the architecture and the colors. We put everything in there. Sorry if we gave you too much. We put all the pictures of the existing house in there and had to label them all. First time we had to label them all.
More is better.
More is better, thank you. And then we PDF'd everything else to show the streetscape and how it fits into the streetscape and the houses on both sides of it that exist presently. And go ahead, and you can talk about the colors and the style of your house.
Yeah, the design was kind of based on a house that John and Val lived in previously here in Hinsdale. So it's, I would define it as American Foursquare, kind of the lower pitched, large overhang roof lines. It'll be 2-story with a slate roof on it, stucco, and then some stone accents, kind of at the base of the house. And we've got some single-story wings on both the east and west side of the house, and copper gutters. Sure, Richard Olson, G-E-N, yeah, G-O Architectural Design.
There was a color rendering of the house put in for everybody. And then we gave the plans that show the house as it exists today, like we were requested, and the proposed site plan, how it will be when the house is actually constructed as
That
approved.
streetscape, yeah.
So we're here to answer any questions, and Val and John are here to answer any questions. They spent a lot of time. And, I think it's a beautiful house, but
All right,
I
so,
don't have a vote.
I don't know what the rest of the group knows, but this was the first meeting we had for the new ad hoc group. That was Shannon, myself, and Alexis Braden attended. We had a great discussion regarding the house. And essentially, they presented what they presented at the same meeting, like they said, just 2 inches shorter. We liked the fact that it fit in with the neighborhood. It wasn't overly detailed, but it wasn't devoid of detail. It's got these wings, it's got the symmetry in the front, other than the front door being offset. We like the fact that even though it was white with some black windows, that it was done in stucco instead of the siding we keep seeing done around town, with the stone accents. There was a lot about this that fit in well with the neighborhood. And I think it was universally loved at that meeting. So I'm happy to see that nothing really changed from the last meeting. And so at least you know what was discussed and what the result was at that meeting. That picture.
That's
Bethany,
John.
And in terms of the existing house, absolutely correct what they said. It is a dysfunctional mess. The foundation is crumbling in one corner. It's clearly had some water damage over the years. This is not a house that I'm going to weep over coming down.
You walked it? You went inside?
They presented pictures, it was a real mess. It was a mess.
Yep. Yep, I've known that house many years.
And so from both standpoints, I had no issues with the house and no issues with the existing one coming down.
Okay. Any further concerns or comments?
No.
Chris?
No, I agree with Jim.
We're good?
The ad hoc committee.
Okay.
Looks like a good outcome.
It's gratifying, frankly, to have presided over years of trying to develop a process that makes sense, to come up with incentives. We've worked hard to shape this commission and its purposes. And although I realize that this is an ultra-complete application, I'm sure that not all of the ones that we will see will be to the extent that this is, but we appreciate the hard work, and we appreciate all the attitude that you've shown. I'd like to think that we've come to a point where we can approach these things in an intelligent manner, have a good procedure. That first meeting you had obviously yielded some good input, and I didn't get the sense that you found it onerous. So
Not at all.
it
Not at all.
presents itself well when we now sit down here to consider everything and move forward. So thank you for your patience, and thank you for participating in the first new application process.
Guinea
And
pigs.
I only hope that all the rest go as well. Having said that, I guess we will have a motion now for the demolition, if I
Correct.
may.
Okay, I'll move to approve case HPC 15 2024, 326 East Sixth Street, application for a certificate of appropriateness to demolish a single-family home.
Second, please.
I second it.
Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Barkley? Aye. Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Prisby?
Aye.
Commissioner Elder?
Aye.
Chairman Bonin?
Aye. And now a motion, if I may, for the second part of this, the construction of the new house. Excuse me.
I'll move to approve case HPC 15 2024, 326 East Sixth Street, to construct a new single-family home in the Robbins Park Historic District.
Second, please.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Barkley? Aye. Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Prisby?
Aye.
Commissioner Elder?
Aye.
Chairman Bonin?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion's carried. Great job, you guys. It's gonna be a beautiful house. Huh? Works. I'm sorry?
3-1 into the second inning. You're winning.
Oh,
Okay.
we're
What if
winning?
he's recording that? Thanks a lot.
We are winning? Thank you.
Worked on it, tell you. I said, I'm doing John's out there, is he?
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, motion to close the public hearing, please.
Move to close the public hearing?
Second, please.
Second.
Voice vote, please. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Public hearing is closed. Thank you. I see no one for public comment. Is anybody phoning in? No, having hearing nothing. New business? Is there any new business that we need to discuss? At this moment?
Saw the new sign
Think
today.
so?
Yeah, I did see the new sign today.
I saw the
I
one
saw
at
'em going up
Aping
too.
They
Garfield.
started
what?
installing.
Yeah.
Are they all in?
They're not all in. There's a couple of areas where there's some tricky utility conflicts, so they had to hand dig. So I believe they have one or two more still to do. But
Great.
most of them are in. I think they said all 5 are in.
That's it?
And
Right out of town?
I at least counted 4.
Aping
So,
Garfield is where I
Look
saw
great.
one.
Yeah.
Did that just go in today?
Yeah, they did that today.
Okay,
They
it's
started
sick. I drive by
today.
there all the time. Either I missed it.
Yeah, no, it was just today. So,
Yeah, yeah.
There.
Good.
I passed on the way.
Cool.
Very
You like
nice.
'em?
Yeah, they're great. Yeah,
Everybody think?
yeah, they stand out.
Good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I
They're
noticed
really
it.
pretty.
It was put in
Yes.
today, and I noticed the first
Good.
day it was there.
To our signs, our Sixth Street project, we know nothing at this juncture.
no, I think Commissioner Harlow might have updates, but he's not here. I know there has been some talks with the residents still, but I don't have any updates to share right
There is
now.
a deadline,
Yep,
impending deadline where they have to present their final case and
yep,
it'll be
yep. And to
adjudicated.
figure out if that SSA will move forward.
Yeah, good. And our sign code, we're not into that yet, so.
The hope is next year.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But I will say we've been working on some other code updates that have taken priority before the sign code. So once we check those off, that's the next big ticket. We've been working on creating a new lighting code section for some of our development projects and a new landscaping and screening code section. So those are kind of starting to go through the process. Well, the lighting code is starting to go through the process in the next month or two. And then the landscaping and screening is in the process right now with Plan Commission review. They've reviewed it a couple of times and had great suggestions. So once those 2 big ticket items are done, the next is the sign code,
Are those strictly commercial or do those apply to residential as well?
commercial.
Okay.
Yeah, unless it was like a residential plan development, like at BLP or
Right.
something like that. But no, these will not apply to single-family residential or 2-family dwellings.
Okay.
Just as like they don't right now. Yep, so that's the update.
Good. Does anybody else have anything that they'd like to talk about this evening?
Good luck to your grandson.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna run home and watch it. If they win this game, they
They're going to Williamsport.
go to Williamsport.
Yep.
Sweet.
I hope you're going too.
I've been gone more than I've been here of late, but I know I would absolutely do that. Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn?
Second.
Second, please.
Second.
Voice vote. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
All right.